Hi guys, what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to tell you common faults across the subjects that you will do learning to drive. Okay, so I'm just going to run through them. I hope I don't forget any. If I do, just highlight it and then maybe we can talk about it in the comments. All right, so let's just, this is my second attempt at the video because I was banging on about it and I want to make it shorter than that actually. So I've done I've done professional briefings about every single subject on my YouTube. You can literally go there, go to the playlist of the professional briefings and see the entire shebang, yeah? But this is just going to be a little video just going, this can be a fault, this can be a fault, this can be a fault. Not in the entirety because there's shed loads of faults, but I'm just going to talk about really common ones. Okay, so let's just get this show on the road. Moving off and stopping. Really common faults for moving off and stopping is not checking your blind spot. Okay, so of course the student will forget the blind spot, not do it, or they'll think that the mirror check on the right is enough. It isn't. We need to check over the shoulder. Even if you've got a blind spot mirror, yeah, you still need to check over your shoulder on your driving test. The examiner is not going to accept that the mirror check is enough. Moving on, because I don't want to be too, the last one was like flipping 10 minutes and I only got to like subject 4. Okay, so turning left, major to minor. So you're driving down a main road and then you're going to take the next road on the left. Common fault is position, going far too wide, yeah? Now, we're trying to make this as short as possible. It will be that you're not looking in the right place, okay? So look further ahead, make sure that you're target focusing, make sure that you look positively where you want to end up. I had a student yesterday who said, oh, I'm having some problems with my left and my right turns. My dad's now telling me to follow the curb round. Look, I understand it. I do understand, but you're now like taking the student's eye down to the curb, which is not useful for any hazards at all. And actually, the road might be extremely wide. Do we need to be that close to the curb? So look further ahead. Then you have this magical kind of elixir of positioning correctly, and it's proper easy. Just look further ahead. Turning right, similar situation. You might cut the corner, or you may go way too far. That would be again a target focusing problem. You need to look further ahead. Maybe kiss the line, the little corner of it. Kiss the line, just a little teeny tiny. Yeah, get in there. And the other, obviously you need to give way to oncoming people. Most people know that when they're learning to drive, but the biggest one is that the student thinks that they need to give way to the person on the right. Nope. If you're turning right on a normal right turn, when you're giving way to oncoming people, so you've got a long straight road, you're taking the next road on the right, you only give way to the oncoming people and the pedestrian, obviously, who's crossing the road here. You are giving way to the oncoming people. If there is a car in the junction, they are at a give way line. You do not give way to them. You need to go up there and stop in front of them and be like, you are not coming out the junction. See my hand, matey? You are not coming out, yeah? You can stay right there. So I would think of that give way line as almost like a gate that he's not allowed to come out. Confidently go up there. Be in front of him and be like, I'm better than you. I'm better than you. And it is what it is, I'm afraid. I am better than you, and I will be here in front of you as I give way to this oncoming person. And then I'm going to turn in, and you can see my butt as I leave, and then you can pull out of the junction, because that's the way it's done. Anyway, moving quickly on to the next subjects, because this is going to be too long otherwise. Okay, so turning at a T-junction, left or right, we need to know if it's open or closed. Is it difficult? Is it hard? Can I see? If you're driving a geared car, you're going to need to go up into first gear on the tricky ones, yeah? If you can't see, we need to identify that that's a closed junction. It's a difficult junction. We need to go up into first gear on approach, okay? What type of lineage is on the floor? Is it a give way? Is it a stop? By law, you must stop the car. Oh, in 23 years, can you believe what I'm about to say? I've had 5 people in 23 years not stop completely at a stop line. Peeps! You can't nearly stop. You can't, you've got to completely and utterly stop. All movement has to cease. I remember teaching this girl once and I was like, what do you think you need? I said, identify what's coming up ahead. She was like, oh, it's a stop junction. I can't believe it. I've never seen one of these before. Massive black, red sign, stop. There's another second stop sign. It's massive stop bit on the floor in massive writing, solid line. And I said to her, what do you reckon you need to do here? She was like, oh, I think I need to stop. And I was like, yeah. So we're like giggling about it. And I'm like, yeah, I know. I feel really bad asking you, but I had to go through with it, you know, blah, blah, blah. And then she came up and then she didn't stop. I had to stop her. I erupted into a laughter, yeah, because I was like, you didn't stop. And she was like, what do you mean? What, you mean actually stop? As in, I was like, yeah, like you have to like completely stop. You can't just like think about stopping or nearly like. But seriously, guys, I've had 5 people fail on that now in 23 years. They've just trickled over the line. It's not good enough. You've got to stop. If you are scared, yeah, and you're worried about it, then maybe put your handbrake on, yeah? I'm not saying that you have to. Just worried about the sun. I'm not saying that you have to, yeah? But if you're one of those people who are like, not sure whether I'm actually going to be able to stop here, stop and apply the handbrake, yeah? You don't have to, but maybe consider it, all right? This video is going to be way too long. I may have to do a part 2. Okay, that's enough about T-junctions. Let's move on. Crossroads, uncontrolled, no traffic lights, okay? So visualize a T-junction, yeah, when you're coming up to the minor road. Yeah, you've got the lines, the giveaway lines or the stop line in front of you. And then you've got a road on the other side. That's an uncontrolled crossroads. No traffic lights, just lines, okay? So you've got the main road there, and then you've got a road on the other side. People don't know the priorities. Yeah, just putting it out there. People don't know priorities. I've made a whole, please go to my YouTube professional briefings page, playlist, sorry, and just go and have a look at it, yeah, if you need to know. But in a normal situation, the main road has always got priority. But the road on the other side, at a completely normal, bog standard crossroads, the person on the other side, if they're turning right, does not have the priority. So that means that if you're turning left or going straight, over the person on the other side, not the main road, over the person on the other side, you're going to have priority if you're turning left or going straight. Okay, I could, this is where I stopped the video before because I was banging on and on and on and on and on about this. No, I'm stopping there. If you don't understand what I've said, go to the playlist and go and figure out who's got priority. All right. Then if you turn it and you are on the main road now, and you now have the minor roads on the left and the right, then the student will need to know about offside to offside and near side to near side when they're turning right into the side roads. Okay, it depends on the place that you are learning to drive, sometimes with the larger crossroads as well. In different parts of the country, it's really weird. Cheltenham, we do near side to near side most of the time. I've only seen offside to offside in Cheltenham like 4 times in 23 years, but offside to offside is presented across the country in different places, and whether it's a staggered crossroads or whether it's an all-in-line crossroads, okay? But there are 2 ways to do it. People feel generally more comfortable at a uncontrolled crossroads doing near side to near side. It's just what the public prefer, all right? But there are 2 ways of doing it, and it depends on the area, it depends on what's going on, it depends how old the person is, because I've noticed that flat caps, old men from the wartime, they still present offside to offside more so, and it is a safer way to do it because the observations are good. But we have adopted a near side to near side turn. However, you're going to need to be with a driving instructor, you're going to need to know the area, you're going to have to look at it, look at whether it's staggered or not, and check it out. Yeah, I'm going to move on because again this is going to get too long otherwise. Please look at my videos about offside to offside and near side to near side, and get some more information there. Moving on to mini roundabouts. Not knowing who to give way to. You give way to the right. Not knowing about blockers, opportunities to go, not understanding how to read blockers. The student will think about the car, I hope it's not too windy, the student will look at the car as a box. They'll look at the person inside the car maybe. Not quite a good idea. Probably need to lower our eyes down to what the wheels are doing. Where are the wheels going? is the person going to end up in my turn with the wheels? If they are, then great, then they're a blocker, yay! So if the people on the other side of the roundabout are coming across, their wheels are like ending up into our turn, they're going to be a blocker. They're going to be blocking the person on the right who you give way to, and then that's going to be great, yeah, so you can go. So that gives you another time to be able to go. I'm going to get out of this wind. Other things at mini roundabouts, needing to know if it's open or closed. What else could I say about a mini roundabout? Speed on approach, so you'd need to know about foot order, speed by brake, speed by gear, maybe coasting into the roundabout. Make sure that you're going slow enough to be able to lift your clutch up so you've got full control at a mini roundabout. I could bang on and bang on and bang on about roundabouts. Larger roundabouts, do we know the 12 o'clock theory? Do we know which lane to choose as standard? We can follow the rule of thumb about the 12 o'clock theory, as in the straight on is at 12 o'clock. Have a look at the road markings, but 8 times out of 10 you need to be on the left to go straight on, and it's very important that you keep to the left if it's following the 12 o'clock rule, because then we can stay out of the way of the person on the right so we don't hit them as we're going round on a medium-sized roundabout. Signalling out of roundabouts, you only need to signal out of a roundabout that's got a curb in the middle officially. You can signal out of all of them, yeah, don't worry about it, but you only need to officially signal out of one that's got a curb in the middle. If it's painted, you don't really have to bother. Remember, a signal is for somebody else. If you put a signal on to leave a mini roundabout, it doesn't really help anyone. You're already like halfway in the new turn, yeah, because it's so small. It's not helping anybody else, and it's just like flustered you and become really difficult for you. So you need to signal out of medium-sized roundabouts and understand the 12 o'clock theory and understand how to read blockers, which we've already spoken about. I'm flipping knackered. Right, I'm going to do one more subject, and then I may pick up on this on a part 2. There may even be a part 3. Yellow box junctions, turning right. Loads of people think that they can't stop in a yellow box. Listen, the rules are not a keep clear rule. A keep clear, you can never stop on a keep clear, right? A keep clear is a keep clear. So you keep it clear. So if there's traffic in front, you keep it clear. With a yellow box junction though, if you're turning right and your exit is clear, then you can stop in the yellow box to turn right at a crossroads, okay? I've made loads of videos about it, but you can stop in a yellow box if the only thing that is stopping you from turning is the oncoming person. That's it. If you get stuck in a yellow box when you shouldn't be, it's going to be a hefty fine. I think it's like £120. It's crazy, yeah? So you mustn't stop in a yellow box if your exit is blocked. It's against the law, okay? But if your exit is clear and you're turning right, you can stop in the yellow box, all right? Because it helps the traffic flow behind. They'll be able to turn left and they'll be able to go straight on, all right? Now, again, if you don't understand what I've just said, then I've done hugely long videos about it. You can watch me drive it. You can watch me talk about it in the lesson plans, yeah? On the YouTube playlist. Flipping out, I'm gonna have to stop there. So I got up to yellow box junctions. I'll check in on this video, make sure that I pick up on where I left off. I'll do another one maybe tomorrow. Flipping knackered. I hope what I've told you is useful, and I'll see you on the next video.